And I saw this with Michael Gonzalez. Nobody knows who he is, and that's unfortunate. I don't know if you saw me talking about Michael Gonzalez. He was the gentleman last year during March that vandalized the Catholic Church, and he happened to do it a week before they were doing their Black Mass at Topeka, and we were in the middle of a little satanic panic that was really like the 80s. And so he happened to protest at church during that time. And so they tried to, and this is how I ended up talking to him, right? This is how I work. I was already talking to the Satanic Grotto and what they were doing and what they're about and all this stuff. I was investigating it and reporting what I found. And then, so he kind of got swept up in all of that. And then, so I saw one story about him. I saw a story about the vandalism and then all the Catholics online flipping out about it. And then I saw a story when he got arrested that gave his name and his mugshot. And then that's it. Yeah. And then I see another thing.
And that's where I was leading into. So after I went
so I called him at Sedgwick County. I got on his thing and I made a little phone call. I said, hey, buddy, I know you're not with the Satanic Grotto like they're saying, so what's up? Why did you do that?
Because once you're done with your case even, they just need, again, that narrative that positions the criminality of the situation.
Yeah, this is what's happening with DeAndre right now, is that they were allowed to put out their little press conference with their narrative. And the reporters at the end asked some clarifying questions if anybody was still watching at that point. And then that is the narrative I now, and the family, has to push back against, is that I have people in my comments, he pointed a gun at a cop. What do you expect? And I'm like, did he? How do we know that he pointed a gun at a cop? Did you see the video? Have you seen in the footage? You saw what I saw. Did you see him pointing his gun at a cop? Or did you see a man cautiously, I saw a man cautiously coming around the corner. But we've seen it with Alex Preddy and Ray Good. There's always going to be a certain amount of people that just, it's like they don't see. I can show them the exact same video I'm seeing. I can slow it down and say, look, this is where he's getting his gun. And I can show them everything. I watched Alex Preddy die 100 times in slow-mo, okay? I have watched the videos. That's the thing, is I didn't just watch the Sheriff's County video online and then start limbing and spouting, okay? I downloaded it. I put it into my software. I cut it into just the pieces that were the footage, which turns out is less than a minute of footage. I slowed it down. I tried to isolate the voices to see what they were really saying inside. And even after all of that, I don't have any answers to say, but for some reason, how do they have such definitive answers? And so I think that is something that could easily be a change that maybe people could get behind. It's just because it's like I was saying earlier, it's not just about how the police speak about facts of a case when it comes to them killing somebody or whatever. It's also how they speak about the facts of a case about a car wreck when they have not done the crime scene or they haven't done the investigation. How do they know that's what happened when there's a full investigation going? And the city council and the city manager both have the power to make an ordinance and do different things that I'm looking into, like what to tell them that they can't do that. They have the power to tell them that they can't release. If you can't release full footage to the public, because now they're talking about they're going to have the family come down there and look at it, right? Which is great. But I'm going to tell you right now, they know that ain't going to stop me now. It's going to be awesome that his family gets to look at it or whatever. I want it full. I want it in the public.
Anytime somebody is murdered
they made it
in
public.
Communities, it's a public discussion because public violence has been used.